Now we have the revised weekly net pending chart. So as you can see, I've added week 20 where we had 5 homes go pending this last week. And if you can tell, for the 9 million plus range, one of the homes that was there last week is no longer there. That home is now active again. I won't say the street name. You guys can connect the dots based off my previous videos. Next, we have our updated weekly price reduction chart. So I've added week 20. We had 15 homes reduced this last week, which is going to be one of the higher numbers since I started tracking on January 19th. And again, as you can see, especially for the 9 million plus range, that it's working inversely of the net pending chart. So the absorption, it really isn't there right now for the 9 million plus range. The homes, if they're going pending, a lot of them the sellers are quietly pulling away, or they're becoming active again. Again, it's not every home, but it's something that we do see quite often. And we're having more inventory being added on, as I had mentioned will happen before. So if you're a seller who's planning to list your home in the 9 million plus range, look at this landscape and you really need to ask yourself, should I wait? Should I list now? Or should I maybe hold off a little bit and let this inventory clear out and then decide when to come on market, okay? And then I have another note for the listing agents that have properties on market at this time. If your property has a long history of price reductions, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 cuts, then maybe you need to take the listing off the market for a second. Just give it a breather. Give it a breather, bring it back on in a week or two, and then try rearranging the pictures or something like that. Or maybe even if you want, like redo the pictures, right? Because the buyer's going on the computer and then they keep seeing the house over and over again. And then they see how many price cuts it has, because the more amount of price cuts you have, the more marks it makes, right? And the data shows us that the more price cuts you have, the worse it looks. And that's a fact. So everyone, if you reduce on your house, you need to pretty much do as little price cuts as possible, but the most amount, right? So try to do as less price cuts, but if you want, make it a 1 good one or 2 good ones, right? But don't do like 6 price cuts that are small incremental price cuts, because that's not attracting the buyers. So then you have to rearrange your pictures. You have to redo your days on market. Because again, the buyers are on their computer and they're looking at the pictures and they say, oh, this house is still available. It's still available. There must be something wrong with it, even though there's nothing wrong with the house. Okay, so I would advise that. And also, if it's near the water, near the ocean, and you have ocean views or something like that, then make sure that's in the first or second picture. You need to set the tone, right? So the consumer knows where the house is, because if it's only the interior shots for the first 11 pictures, I mean, the house could be anywhere, right? And again, I'm Tara Ravanbach, your La Jolla native insider and market analyst, and I'll see you next week.